The Mavericks are looking to defeat their Western Conference rival going into this game. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. The starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. And with Monte Ellis on the floor, there's always excitement. So dynamic.
Well, Ellis is one of the most acrobatic finishers in the NBA, Kevin. His ability to race in from the perimeter and score, either in transition or against a half-court defense. He finds his way to the rim, and he can finish once he gets there.
And he's shown the ability of absorbing contact, hanging, and still finishing. I think he could even stand to be more aggressive looking for contact, Steve, just to up those free throw attempts. But regardless, a devastating scorer around the rim. You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
Now, here is Young, and that one goes long.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
It's Marion with the drive. It's up a three, and Ellis the bucket on the assist by Marion. Ellis has got his team on the board to start the game for the Mavs. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and of course Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
And here is Ellis, following the three-pointer by Kobe Bryant. Nowitzki, good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Calderon against Nash. It's Young on the wing. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Dallas. Calderon dishes to Ellis. Kaman with the defensive effort.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
And that one's good. Nash has got his first basket.
Yeah, he put himself in great position to finish that break off, guys.
Yep, right to the rack.
Now here's Calderon. He dishes it to Nowitzki. Ellis left side. It's tipped. Clock at 6. Unloads from 13. And Kobe with the block. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Well, back when Monte Ellis entered the league with the Warriors, he showed promise as the rear guard who could shoot up near 50% from the floor, but he's seen his field goal and three-point percentages tumble for 3 years straight.
Now, here is Young. 5 on the clock. Out to Nash. There's the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Kobe. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Great D. Picked it off and took it all the way for the solo finish.
Dallas making a switch here. Lights checked in. Going back to Ellis, so quick and athletic, he's able to create his own shot pretty much at will.
Yeah, great touch around the rim. Really wants to go right. That's his preferred direction. If you let him get ahead of steam going to his right, he can really finish well, especially for a smaller guard at the rim.
Now here's Ellis. Nowitzki kicks to Ellis. Feeds to right. Kicks it out to Ellis. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Nash the pass to Young. Nash dishes to Young. Pass to Bryant. Clock at 6. High, arcing shot, and the layup is up and in. Kobe's got 8 points.
Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A different look for Dallas. Jake Crowder's checked in for Nowitzki. Carter comes in for Sean Marion. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Jose Calderon. Here's Ellis. It's off his leg. And the ref's saying he kicked it. That drive by Carter. Tries to snap the cold streak.
Right now, they're struggling to make shots, shooting a low percentage from the field so far.
Harris misses. Lakers leading by 8. Blake kicks to Johnson. And there's the pass to Hill. Bryant dishes to Gasol. Back to Bryant. The 3 from Johnson. But they recover it. Bryant off the pick from Hill. Johnson outside. Takes the 3. That's good. Johnson's got his first 3 points of the game.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Shots good by Ellis.
Well, the drive to the bucket was nice, but how about the finger roll finish? Beautiful.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Kobe against Ellis. Kobe kicks to Johnson. Six to shoot. Here's Blake, guarded by Harris. Blake misses.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Harris with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Ellis with the screen for Harris. Knocks down the 3 ball. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, Montel is showing you he can body up the defender there.
Now here's Kobe. 8 points for him. Johnson kicks to Bryant. Dishes it to Gasol. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Gasol's got his first bucket in this one. Mavericks trailed by 8. Harris passes to Carter. Back to Harris. Pass to Carter. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's Blake. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 8. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, this team played an excellent first quarter offensively, moving the ball and getting a good flow to their offense. That's why you see those big assist totals.
Yeah, very timely passing for them, Steve, and that's why they've been able to jump out to this lead.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, manning the backcourt, Calderon and Carter. Marion and Nowitzki at the forwards. And it's Dallenberg in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Johnson. Vince Carter missing his last shot. Kaman kicks to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. Rebounded by Marion.
You know, well, the days of the Matrix putting up 22 and 12 with a couple of steals every night are long gone, but Shawn Marion is still a big factor for teams as he's such a solid defender with his reach and really causes problems in the passing lanes when he's out there active.
Here's Nash after the made shot from Dallenberg. Nash dishes to Johnson. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Farmar's checked in. Now here is Hill. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Well, now they're just going to town on him.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
And at 35 years of age, Shawn Marion still an outstanding rebounder, top 5 among small forwards and rebound rate last season.
And inside, he's very dangerous. He's got a lot of little funky shots, little floaters and runners. He does have the ability to step out and make a three, particularly from the corner, but it's really in the paint where he does his damage.
Fades away. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Nowitzki.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway jumper, but he gets it to go.
Nash the pass to King. Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
Calderon kicks to Dallenberg.
Hey, Dallenberg has been what he has been for a long time in the league. A solid defender that can give you a few points and block some shots. But last season in February, he came out of nowhere to drop a career-high 35.
And so he hits both. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Farmar. He's guarded by Calderon. Farmar dishes to Young. He kicks it to Farmar. Blocked, but he gets it back. 6 on the shot clock. Young against Marion. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 5 now. And going back to Dallenberg last season, you look at his production, some of the best numbers of his career, and yet, Steve, his minutes weren't very consistent. Why do you think that was a problem?
Well, part of it, Kevin, was just the logjam of quality big men in Milwaukee. It's tough to find minutes for everybody, but I think also Dallenberg can sometimes make mistakes and get him into trouble with his coaches. You know, even when in the big picture he might be playing well.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. That is one part of this game that Coach isn't particularly happy about. He wants him taking on more responsibility when they've got the ball. There was something else he mentioned, too. He wants them to utilize the pick and roll as much as possible in their coming possessions. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Nash from deep. Young's shot is off.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Carter, the pass to Dallenberg. Puts it up. And it's Carter again missing.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
It's stolen by Dallenberg. The feed to Calderon. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. A different look for Dallas. White comes in for Samuel Dallenberg. And Jay Crowder's subbed in for Dirk Nowitzki. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Farmar, guarded by Harris. Farmar kicks to Bryant. No good off the front iron.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Harris with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Kicks it to Crowder. A 3 ball. That is good.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, you know, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
The Lakers in the lead.
It was a rough year for the Mavs and their fans. The first time since 2012 the Mavericks found themselves out of the playoffs. So big reason why is they couldn't get the wins they needed on the road.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. There's 1:38 left here in the second. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Drops one in from the wing. Ellis has got 7 points. And back to the Mavs, 17-24 record on the road. You know, Steve, their struggles as the visiting team, you know, one of the reasons why they were only a 500 team on the season at 41-41.
And even though going 500 isn't a bad year for most, it is when you're the Dallas Mavericks and you're used to playing in the postseason. This was the first time in a long time, in forever, that the Mavs didn't end up in the playoffs.
Dallas calls timeout.
Kaman gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength and doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot blocking.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Blake comes in for Jordan Farmer. Harris outside. There's the dish to Crowder. Lets it go from deep, and the basket good. Harris has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And Chris Kaman skilled offensively. Ambidextrous, finishing inside, and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. The question mark with him is defensively. You know, his weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, you know, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
Ellis dishes to Harris. The three. Here's Wright, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
Here's Blake, guarded by Harris. Passes it to Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to Blake. 14 points for Kobe Bryant. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Ellis goes in. Kobe with the steal. And here is Blake with one on the clock and another basket for the Lakers. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Lakers ahead. They're up by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Coach, how would you evaluate your team's performance thus far?
You know, I like the way we're playing tonight, but, you know, 1 or 2 untimely turnovers, these guys are going to convert quickly, so we have to play an aggressive but precise game.
Coach, appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And, folks, make sure to stay tuned in for halftime, and we'll be back right after that.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to a Thursday edition of the Halftime Report. The Lakers have the lead out in Los Angeles against Dallas. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. Kobe just having his way against this Mavericks D. He's got 14 points, and so far, he's done a great job playing lockdown D. And a tough matchup, but the Mavericks are staying afloat. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. An impressive first half for Dirk Nowitzki. He's got 6 points and has also grabbed a couple rebounds. And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Los Angeles, California, the Staples Center, part of the LA Live development here in downtown. You look at Kobe Bryant in this game, I mean, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt, and it's Young in at the small forward. That's the Laker 5. That one goes. Count. Nash has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Lakers.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Calderon with it. Guarded now by Nash. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Nowitzki. And Los Angeles guys shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Calderon against Nash. Here's Kaman. And Dallenberg pulls it down. Mavericks trail by 4. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Calderon kicks to Nowitzki. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, Dirk is one of those guys, to me, who looks like he might be able to play until he's 50. That could be an exaggeration, but you think about how his game is foundation. It's all about skill, positioning, shot making, and he's not going to shrink anytime soon. So if a 7-footer can be strong enough to be on the court with his skill set, he can play for a lot longer.
Now here's Nash. And it's sent back from Dallenberg. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Nowitzki, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Nowitzki's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. Well, you talk about longevity, shooting and height are the 2 NBA assets that you don't lose with age.
Well, those are 2 of Dirk's big strong suits. You know, the knee troubles have cropped up, but if he can stay healthy, he should be able to help this team for several more years, I would think.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, the Mavs, like many teams, always aware of who the free agents are that might help them become better. And prior to last season, they made sure they got their finances in order to make a run at Darren Williams to bring him home to Texas. Didn't work out, but they did the same thing this last offseason.
Jordan Hill, he's checked in for the Lakers. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
The D on him has to be airtight, guys. You got to get into his airspace. And that was far from it.
And for the Mavs, they know that in order for them to remain competitive and not go through a traditional rebuilding phase where they're going to finish, at the bottom for a few years, Steve, they're going to have to lure some free agents.
And one way or another, their top brass has always made sure that they would be able to move contracts around and make an offer to whatever big-name player was out there. But think about it. The last 2 years, they had unlimited cap room, unable to lure that big free agent fish to Dallas.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Nash, the pass to Bryant. And yes, sir, that one drops. Kobe's got 18 points in the game.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Mavericks trail by 4. Now Calderon. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He feeds it to Dallenberg. It's stolen by Hill. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, the Mavericks have been a terrific franchise. Since the turn of the century, 11 straight 50-win seasons, 3rd longest streak in NBA history, culminating all with that NBA championship in 2011. But as much success as this team has enjoyed, it's also shown a restless eye, unusually willing to part with great players, whether Steve Nash or Tyson Chandler. And with the Mavs of late unable to attract the top free agents with their cap space, some fans might be left wondering if perhaps they should have danced with the ones who brought them. Guys?
Interesting, Doris. Thanks. That's good. Calderon's got his first points in this one.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, you negate a basket at one end, score at the other. Now is when the momentum can really shift.
Bryant rejected by Marion. On here we go. Ellis has got it. The fast break chance. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover. So valuable, especially for a guard, as we see 2 tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number, averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Now here's Bryant. He's got 18. Gasol's shot is good.
Well, Kobe's never been shy about shooting. A lot of people would argue that he gets maybe a little too shot happy sometimes. But you want a guy who's dominant. You want a guy who's not afraid, who's going to fail and just come right back and fire away the next time.
Dallas calls timeout. And when you talk about Kobe's role offensively for the Lakers, it's worth mentioning last season was one of his most efficient scoring the basketball.
It really was, and you consider the turmoil that surrounded the Lakers all season. It was remarkable that Kobe was as even-keeled as he was, stayed focused, and start to finish, he delivered the type of all-star performance that he always does. Very impressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. White, he's checked in for Dallenberg. Jay Crowder comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Carter in for Shawn Marion.
This game has taken on a new feel since halftime.
For sure. The energy level on both sides has gone way up after the break.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He wants his players to step up the pace. He told them they should be looking to get out and run every chance they get. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Blake dishes to Hill. Feeds it to Farmer. Good, the assist goes to Hill.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Now here is Harris. 8 points for him. Ellis kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Another 3 for Dallas. The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's Blake. He's guarded by Ellis. And the foul on Monte Ellis. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Lakers making a switch here. Kamen's checked in. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the third. Farmar passes to Johnson. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin off.
Now here is Harris. 11 points in the game. Count that one.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Blake with it. He dishes it to Farmar. Fires for 3. Count the bucket. Farmar's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Mavericks lead by 1. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
It was a beautiful pass, nice, intelligent basketball. The execution was perfect, and that pass set up the open 3.
Here's Nash. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Carter at the 2 and Marion at the 3. Dallenberg's out there with Nowitzki. And it's Calderon in at the 1 spot. Hill dishes to Kobe. Shot clock at 6. And here's Young from the arc. The Lakers rebound. Hill kicks to Kaman. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Kaman's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Los Angeles. The pass to Dallenberg. And Hill with the block. Nash against Nowitzki. Now here's Nash. Here's the floater. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Here's Calderon. Dishes it to Dallenberg. And he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 1. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort of rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, really sending shots back.
And Steve, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
And Clark, we've seen some great competition in this one.
I agree with you, Kevin. I mean, looking at the lead changes really kind of tells the story of this game.
Yeah, what's that, 7 lead changes already here? So this is a great matchup, guys. 2 competitive teams going at it.
Here's Nowitzki. Second chance shot. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That one is on Kaman.
Love the way he fought for that putback. You know, he's willing to put in a lot of hard work in this game, no doubt about that.
Pau Gasol's checked in for the Lakers.
Samuel Dallenberg out of Haiti, guys. 6'11" with long arms. That size makes him a fearsome rebounder and shot blocker, and also a pretty good offensive rebounder as well.
Ryan in the post, guarded by Marion. Nash the pass to Gasol, and stolen by Nowitzki. Nash against Calderon, pass to Nowitzki. Back to Calderon. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Rebound by Kobe. And Dallenberg not just rebounder defender. He can give you some scoring as well. And last season, Steve, perhaps his best offensively.
Well, he's an underrated shooter from mid-range, and I think he came into the league pretty raw, but now that he's in his 30s, he's really improved that shooting stroke, something that most players do over the course of their careers because of all the work they put in.
Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
Dallas calls timeout. Kobe Bryant really making a difference.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
Marion dishes to Nowitzki. Marion kicks to Ellis. Dallas moving it around. Just 3 to shoot. Kaman with the block. Here's Young and blocked. Ellis outside. Pass to Calderon. Back to Ellis. On the wing, Marion. Ellis outside. The jump hook. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Some good numbers for Ellis. 10 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Timeout called the Lakers. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. Coach obviously has a ton of faith in his offensive ability and shared that faith with the rest of the players by insisting they get him more involved. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. Bryant passes to Gasol. The drive by Bryant. That's good.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Physical play in the paint. Dominating.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Los Angeles?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they're getting the ball inside, which is what I like. High percentage shots down on the block and in the paint area.
Dallas calls timeout. They're losing by 4. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. Dallenberg with the screen on Bryant. Ellis against Kobe. Here's Nowitzki. That one wide left.
He may need some rest, guys. He looks tired because he hasn't made anything this quarter.
The drive by Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to Nash. Nash has got 3 assists in the game.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Calderon against Nash. Marion outside. There's the feed to Ellis. Just 5 on the clock. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Calderon against Nash. Ellis outside. Shot to stop the run. Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
This may be their most important possession.
Yeah, as long as they don't make a mistake here, they should be safe.
And that one's good.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Shoots from the line. No good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. And so they foul intentionally.
Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Kobe Bryant. 2 shots.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. This one for 3. Yes! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for your Lakers, Kobe Bryant. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
They are killing them with that 3-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
Steve Nash.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
That doesn't go either for Ellis.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Line for your Lakers, Kobe Bryant. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Can't connect. And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Pau, congratulations on the win. Tell us about the approach that the team took tonight in maximizing its effectiveness on the offensive end.
I think we just concentrated and we worked hard until the last second of every possession, and I think that's something that we want to continue to do and be consistent with. And you know, we're happy that today we were able to fight through everything and then still come out with a great win.
Congratulations, Pau. Thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.